just did a supermarket shop.
Finally home from the supermarket after I forgot something, had to go back, got a basket when I should have got a trolley. Oh well, got everything I think.
Now I'm waiting for my boyfriend who's going to come over. We're going to make spaghetti bolognese and then have chocolate sablés with ice cream and strawberries for dessert, so it should be nice. It's my boyfriend's birthday today, so we already went out for coffee and then we're gonna go to the beach, go out for lunch, and I'm taking him out for dinner as well. I'm really happy that I'm able to do this now and enjoy it. I definitely do still feel a little bit of anxiety, and I know that I'll probably feel a bit of guilt afterwards too, but I also know that I can tolerate it, it will pass, and the more that I join in, go out to eat, the easier that this becomes. So I just gotta keep on doing it. And one of the big motivators for me in recovery has always been to actually enjoy celebrations like this, and I do feel like now I'm finally getting to a point where I do enjoy them.
Wow. Goodness me. Yes, okay. It's going.
So it's a couple of days after Christmas and I could compensate right now for what I've eaten. No one's home, I could easily skip lunch, but I'm not gonna do that because that's not why I'm recovering. So I've cooked a couple of eggs, which I have just here, and I'm going to have a sandwich with eggs and aioli and some salad vegetables.
This will do for the first part of lunch anyway. Ice cream, lots of berries, and chocolate sauce for dessert. It's my dad's birthday today, and my eating disorder is not playing ball. It's just a tough day today. Well, maybe it will get better, but this morning we had pancakes for breakfast, which were really nice, but I'm thinking maybe I didn't have enough of them or something, because my eating disorder is just being really annoying. Like, why did you eat pancakes? Why didn't you just have something else that would have been more filling and lower in calories? Blah blah blah. But like, that's not the life that I want to live. I want to be able to join in, and I really like eating pancakes, and I want to be able to join in with all the food today. And I know that it only gets easier to join in with these things by actually doing it. So as Megzy Recovery says, and as I've said on this channel, live the life you ultimately want to live, even if it feels really shitty in the moment. And sometimes it's not even thoughts that I can verbalize. It feels wrong. It feels like I'm doing the wrong thing by joining in and eating these foods. But I know that's just the faulty wiring in my brain, and it's not actually wrong. It's This is what I want to be able to do. Eating with my family, eating delicious food, going out to dinner tonight, eating cake, eating a nice lunch, going out for coffee. That's what I want to be able to do in my life, and so I just have to keep practicing. And I know that it is getting easier. Like, what I really wanted to record for this video is about Christmas and not compensating, because it is so important to not compensate after you eat on Christmas or during the festive period. My hair looks like a mess because I haven't brushed it this morning. I'm not wearing makeup and I have some really nice acne. So Christmas last year was my first Christmas in like proper committed recovery, and honestly it was really hard. It was even, I think it was even harder than when I had Christmas in the depths of my eating disorder, because during my eating disorder I would basically try to eat as little as possible, try to stick to my safe foods. Like, the goals were very clear when I was in my eating disorder of what I wanted to achieve. Whereas when I was in recovery, even though the goal was still clear, like I should be eating as much as possible, joining in, living the life that I want to live, all of that felt really wrong. Sometimes I couldn't tell if I was having eating disorder thoughts or like Julia thoughts, and so Christmas was really tough. And along with that, there were the other side effects of recovery, like feeling bloated and like stomach pains, just feeling really lethargic, and all the guilt from Christmas as well, having to eat a lot more than other people, because like my family, they eat pretty, decent amounts of food, but I was in the early stages of recovering from a long period of restriction, and so I needed a lot of food, and I was eating like the whole day, whereas my family might be able to have like a big meal, maybe not so much for dinner. I needed lots of food, lots and lots, all throughout the day, and I still need lots of food now, but not as much as in that early extreme hunger sort of period. So that first Christmas in committed recovery was extremely tough, and I guess I just want to say to anyone who might be going through that right now, through that post-Christmas, post-festive period guilt, don't give into it. Don't compensate. If you compensate, your hard work has just been undone, and like next Christmas will be hard all over again. This Christmas that I just had was like my second Christmas in committed recovery, and it was a lot better. I still have niggly eating disorder thoughts, as you can tell. I'm having them today. But it was just so much easier because I wasn't thinking about food all the time. I didn't have crazy mental hunger. I ate regularly, but I didn't have to eat constantly. I could have if I wanted to, but that desire has kind of gone now. As weird as that might seem, I know I thought maybe that would never go away. And I didn't feel extremely bloated. I went for a swim at the beach with my sister in the afternoon, which was really nice. And that is not something I would have been able to do last year because I just felt so uncomfortable and honestly in pain. It's really nice that my body is digesting these foods more easily now. I can eat them without developing a huge food baby. Like, bloating is normal, bloating is not bad, but when it's painful, that's quite distressing and quite frustrating, and that's what I'm talking about, like from last year. I didn't get that this year, which is so nice. This Christmas was just a lot better, and so for those of you struggling over Christmas, it does get better. The longer that you stay in recovery, the longer that you keep committed to recovery, it gets better. Your body starts functioning normally again. The eating disorder thoughts do reduce. Like today, yeah, I'm having really annoying niggly thoughts, but I know that I can block them out. I'm gonna eat the food anyway. Tomorrow probably won't be so bad. At the beginning of my recovery, every day was bad. It was really, really tough, but it does get better. I've just rambled on for a long time. The main takeaways from this are, if you're feeling guilty right now for everything that you ate over Christmas, you probably did a really great job of challenging your eating disorder. Well done. That's a huge achievement. Keep up that momentum now. The more that you challenge your eating disorder, the better you will get faster. Recovery is hard because, for many reasons, but one of the reasons is that it feels wrong because of the way our brains have been wired. That wiring does change over time. You just have to be patient, keep challenging those faulty neural pathways, and teach your brain through actions that these foods are good. These foods are delicious, going to help you heal, and these foods are to be enjoyed for the rest of your life. The other main takeaway is, please do not compensate for what you ate. If you compensate, you'll be reinforcing that faulty neural pathway that, okay, I can eat this food if I restrict afterwards, or if I go for a long run, or go to the gym for X number of hours, or walk X number of steps, or purge, or whatever it is for you. Don't engage in those behaviors. I know that it is really, really tough. I know that it's tough. And you will need all the healthy coping strategies that you can get during this time, whatever they are for you. Journaling, talking to someone, distraction through Netflix, eating more food if that helps to shut your eating disorder up. I know that it can do for me. It is so important that you don't reinforce those neural pathways. We have to build new pathways that I can eat this food and then keep eating normally. That is how we recover. That is how we get to live a life without restriction. It's easy to say in the moment, but it feels so awful. I'll just restrict a little bit and then I know that I'll feel better. And that might be true, but then you just get stuck in a cycle that continues for potentially the rest of your life. It has to stop at some point. Choose to stop the cycle now. Great, you ate the Christmas food. Keep eating lots of food. Okay, I'm going to shut up now because this video is getting long again and I think you will have had enough of my rambles. So thank you so much for watching. Keep challenging your eating disorder and I will record again soon, sending you lots of love wherever you are. Okay, bye.